guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia. So y'all, as y'all told me in the last episode, I had strayed from Nate's path, so we're gonna back right up and head right back to undo our mistake. Sorry, Russell, guess you're not getting that ride by after all. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Try to get out of it. Alright. I stopped for a moment to think. He's been too good to me lately. I really don't want to mooch. Ah, I know that look. You think you're being a burden on me, right? No, I just... Kid, I'm the one asking you. If anything, it's me who's the burden. I guess you have a point there. Alright, Russell, I'll take you up on that offer. What? What? Wait, what? Good, I wasn't gonna take no for an answer. I could tell. You even tried to make up weird shit like a weight gain curse to convince me. Let's see. Try to get out of it. I should go with him. So I can't get out of that, apparently? Oh, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so it looks like it literally just does not matter. Okay, so we're just gonna go load that one. There you go. Okay, so he wraps back around and drives towards the beach. Above the building lining the ocean, I'm able to see the outlines of a roller coaster and a Ferris wheel. Whoa, what's that? That's the Santa Lucia Boardwalk, our own little theme park by the sea. No way, that's so cool! I've been there probably close to 100 times by now. They offer season passes dirt cheap to students, just so you know. Not a bad place for a hot date. Hey, can we be a bit closer? You're acting as if you've never seen a theme park before, kid. I've never really got a chance to go to many. Is that so? Huh. He drives down the road that runs parallel to the park. Even though the school year has begun, there's still a surprising amount of people inside. I figured the son of a WNC executive would have gone to his fair share of theme parks. My dad was never a fan of them, and my sister preferred taking me on hikes instead. What about your mom? I cricked my head to the side. It's been a while since I was asked anything about her. My mom? I don't really know much about her, honestly. Her and my dad divorced when I was very young. Not long after she moved to Canada and never looked back. Oh, Sorry to hear that, kid. It's okay, doesn't really matter. Tell you what, I'll take you down here sometime. Sound good? You don't have to do that. I insist. I want to make your time in Santa Lucia as memorable as possible. Thanks. Hope you have a strong stomach. The roller coaster is one of the craziest in the nation. Oh boy. To y'all who were saying I made a mistake, can y'all exactly point out where I did make a mistake? I'll happily go back. Anyway. Because I just selected the part where he tried to get out of it, and it automatically made me go with him, so we drive around a bit longer. Russell shows me all the different beaches in town, along with his recommendations. And his recommendations. He also points out a few cool places to eat and hang out at, including one that sounds familiar to me for some reason. Why does Bubba Stanley's ring a bell? First regret. Alright, anything specific you'd like to see? Weren't we supposed to pick up some food? Oh, that's right. I was gonna take you to the burger place. Right at that moment, my stomach begins to growl. I'm getting kinda hungry. No worries, it's not that far from here. Just gotta take a shortcut. Russell pulls into the parking lot for a really high-skill looking place. I almost pressed my face against the window to see the skyscraper looming above. Damn, what's up there? That? Heh, prepare to be blown away. What? That's the West Coast headquarters for World News Corps. Seriously? They have a branch in Santa Lucia? Yep. He speeds up to get to the other side of the parking lot, bypassing the security checkpoint station further in. Why wouldn't they be set up in San Francisco? He shrugs his shoulders while still gripping the steering wheel. Probably wanted the extra space for expansion. You see how crammed everything is in San Francisco, right? It's worse here than it is in Chicago. Huh, that makes sense, I guess. Alright, y'all, let me drink my coffee. Oh, man, that's good. Ooh, that is good. Good coffee. Still, I can't take my eyes off of it. It's so tall and beautiful. And threatening. Russell doesn't linger long and quickly pulls into the neighboring busy street. Alright, kid. You ready to try the tastiest fast food burger you'll ever have? Yeah! I can see the smile on his face as he makes a left into the restaurant's driveway. Wait until you learn about the secret menu. The secret menu. I've had a few secret menu items before. If you ever go to, okay, so if you're ever in the South and you go to a, IHOP, ask for the Southwestern skillet. I don't know if they'll still make it, but a few years ago I had one, and they did. It was amazing. Alright, about half an hour later we return to the school. Russell manages to get the same parking spot he had earlier, which is surprising. Though, now that I think about it, he probably has it reserved or something. When we step out of the car, Russell stretches his arms and yawns. Ha! Nothing quite like a good burger, huh? I think I'm ready for a nap. Phew! It was almost too much for me. I pat my stomach a couple times. What did you think of it? It was... He looks at me expectantly. Pretty good. You know, for a fast food burger and all. Ah, you and your high standards. You can't honestly tell me you've had a better burger, right? Well... I stopped to think for a moment. Ouch. I guess a high-class cat like you would have expensive taste. Hey, I'm not a stuck-up prick, if that's what you're implying. Heh, and I think I'm the one with money. If it tastes good, I like it. No need to complicate things. Something like food is all I'm saying. Make our way together back towards Rush Raymond Field. For the record, I did like it. I know, I'm just messing with you. When we pass the Welcome Center, I see there's a lot of students walking around the field in every direction. I pull out my phone and check the time. Just a little after 1:10. What's your next class, kid? He sticks a cigarette between his lips while asking. Oh, it's not really a class. I can hear the sound of a lighter flicking on behind his other hand as he covers the end of the cigarette. It's a lab period for freshman seminar. Huh. When he's done, he sticks his hands in his pockets and continues walking alongside me. That class is the ultimate waste of time. It's all a scam to stretch out the degree programs and siphon more money from your pockets. I don't know, it seems like it could be fun. Man, sometimes I wish I could go back in time and be as naive as you. Hey! Well, I hope you have a better experience with it than I did. From what I understand, it's highly dependent on the professor you have. I hope so. I've got Dr. Shannon, and so far she's pretty chill. Yeah, I've heard good things about her. Yeah, my apologies, y'all, for Telegram being enabled. I'm very sure I had disabled the sound. Yeah, I've heard good things about her. Anyone who's ever had a class with her says she's their favorite professor. He lets out a puff of smoke from his mouth. Oh. So, who's your mentor? His tone noticeably changes, going from happy-go-lucky to somewhat venomous. Chris Davenport? You got the Aussie, huh? Yeah, what about it? Heh. He takes a cigarette out of his mouth for a moment and spits on the ground. I never liked him. What? Why not? I didn't think he'd ever heard a fly. Looks can be deceiving, my friend. I stopped speaking. I don't really know what to say. How to put this gently? The guy's a liar and a backstabber. Russell motions with his hands. Oh, if I could, I'd wring that bugger's neck for what he did. What are you talking about? Huh? Nothing. Just bad memories, I guess. Point is, I don't trust him in the slightest. Are you sure you don't want to switch mentors? Or better yet, drop out of the program entirely and let me take you under my wing? I'm a handsome, charming young lion. In fact, I'm quite the catch. Nice try, but I'd like to get credit towards my degree. It's worth a try, at least. We stop in the middle of the path close to the library. Alright, some more coffee for Neri. Alright. Where's the lab session supposed to be? Let me check. God, I should have memorized these before I left this morning. I pull out the schedule yet again from my backpack and look it over. Psychology building, room 102. I've had a class in there once. The room's pretty small, but it's quick access to a lot of things if you need it. Which you probably will, now that I think about it. What's the lab session supposed to be about? Hell if I know. It changes every year. It's whatever the mentorship program wants it to be for the semester. Oof. It's a shame you have the Aussie as your mentor. Do you even understand what he's saying half the time? I don't think I have any trouble, honestly. Unless he uses some Australian slang I've never heard. Yeah, has he offered you a Vegemite sandwich yet? I think back to orientation. Ben, it was a joke. He puts up a hand and starts heading for the library. Good luck, kid. Wait a second, where are you going? I'm gonna disappear for the rest of the day. Don't mind me. You, on the other hand, have a hot date with Davenport soon. I can't help but sense a tinge of jealousy in those words. He's just my university-appointed mentor, dude. Yeah, whatever. Another puff of smoke escapes his lungs. That creep better not fuck you up, or there's gonna be hell to pay. What did he do, Russell? He's been nothing but nice to me in the group. Huh. Remember what I said about patience. I'll tell you when you're a little bit older, kid. With that, he continues walking away. See you later. Before I have a chance to respond, he disappears around a corner. See ya. See ya! Well, that was definitely something. What the hell could he possibly be talking about with Chris? I'm not gonna lie, it kind of freaks me out how in the dark I am on a lot of this. Huh. I readjust my backpack. I can't really help it if Russell isn't willing to come clean. Maybe I'll try to get Chris's side of the story later. I make my way towards the psychology building, with Russell's words still ringing in my head. Ghost beat! The automatic door closes behind me with a click. Looking down the long hall, I notice most of the rooms on this floor are open. In front of me, several small groups of students mingle before heading into their next class. I slowly make my way to the room listed on my class schedule. Huh, Russell wasn't kidding. It is in a really convenient location. I take a step inside and breathe a sigh of relief when I see two familiar faces. Bennett, I'm glad you made it. Shepard stands in front of the chalkboard with his tail wagging. It's surprisingly jarring to see Chris in street clothes. Yep, I'm here. In the front row, a dour tiger sits staring down at the phone in his hands. I don't know why they gave us such a big room. There's only 6 of us. He waits for me to come forward. Sit up here with us, if you don't mind. Okay, sure. I carefully weave between the desks, still not sure what to expect from all this. Carlos grunts when I decide to take the seat next to him. What? Is something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. He returns his attention back to his phone. That's quite the welcome, dude. So, how's your first day been so far? Oh, fine. It's been fine. I stutter out a response. Jeez, Ben, don't let what Russell said get to you. It's just Chris. Oh, that's perfect. Glad to hear it. I can't wait to start our study sessions. I'll admit I'm a little nervous since this is my first time. That's what she said. Alright, y'all. One more coffee. One more sip of coffee. I'm not drinking an entire cup of coffee every time I pause. Jesus. What? I turn around and see the panda strut into the room proudly. What's up, guys? Did you miss me? Ugh. Carlos shifts in his seat and angles so his back is to the entrance. Brian, it's good to see you. Isn't it? He grabs the desk next to me and drops his backpack on top of it. What's up, Ben? Hey, Brian. Eh? He holds up a hand in the air. Give me a high five, dude. Oh, sorry. My mind went blank for a moment. Of course that's what he was trying to do. Come on, Ben, wake up. Yeah, right on. Seemingly satisfied, he leans back in his chair and puts both hands on the desk. All right, Teach. What's all this about, anyway? This? This is the lab portion of freshman seminar. I know that, duh. I mean, what the heck is it even for? Right. Think of it as a study group of sorts. Studying? Man, who studies shit, am I right? Brian reaches an elbow over and nudges my side. Brian, we talked about this. Let him fail, then. If he's not going to take this seriously, then he can get out. Carlos's annoyance bubbles over, causing him to put his phone down and turn to face the panda. Yeah, well, actually, guys, give me one moment. Yeah, I'm still here, just give me 1 second. Alright, 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Alright, Carlos's annoyance bubbles over, causing him to put his phone down and turn to face the panda. You heard me. If you do not want to be here, then leave. I never said. Your actions say everything. You think college is a joke, do you not? Dude, chill. Now, guys. Please don't start fighting again. He started it. Brian points a finger at Carlos. Huh. You're a child. Carlos gives up, folding his arms and facing forward in his seat. And you have no chill. Brian shrugs his shoulders and smirks. Hello, my lovelies. With impeccable timing, Nate steps through the door. I hope I'm not too late. Oh, thank God! I mean, you're right on time, mate. I just had the best improv session with my friends. He runs up to the front row and grabs a seat. How's everyone doing? Oh, just getting things ready for lab. We're doing fine, Nate. Ben, hi! He sits forward and waves at me with a toothy grin. How was lunch? A friend and I got some burgers. Nothing special. Every day is special if you want it to be. His eyes practically sparkle when he says that. It'd be pretty damn disgusting if he wasn't so cute. I suppose. I turned my attention away from him and focused on what Chris is writing on the chalkboard. Are we starting? No, not yet. It's getting close, though. Where's Karina? He stops writing mid-sentence, leaving a fragment on the board. Lab session 1. What does... Chris looks at the time on his phone. I hope she makes it. I'm sure she'll be here. It's not like her to be late. I bet she's hanging out with that dragon. Ah! I suddenly feel a pang of guilt in my stomach. I really should have helped Zach earlier. I guess she likes her boys chubby. I can see the appeal. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks. Your tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!